Not every person that battles with egotistical behavioral condition will introduce harmful conduct in a heartfelt connection. Nonetheless, at times it can prompt maltreatment, or encounters of a poisonous climate. On the off chance that you're in an oppressive relationship with an egotistical accomplice, recuperating from the related injury can be difficult. While recuperating from self-absorbed misuse can be overwhelming, it is conceivable. You could go again and again in your mind what you might have done any other way. You could replay explicit situations where you look for ways you might have taken care of things in an unexpected way. More terrible, you might try and have the desire to revive the relationship. In the profundity of this close-to-home torment, it's critical to understand that self-absorbed propensities can prompt control and abusive behavior at home. The interesting, and frequently crushing, a piece of self-centered connections is that they can inebriate. The cycle can be difficult to break. You likely feel remorseful about not leaving sooner, and embarrassed that you were there in any case. This disgrace is a typical inclination and an immediate consequence of the egomaniac's control strategies. In any case, you could find that you battle to completely relinquish the relationship. While these feelings are normal while emerging from a relationship that includes self-centered misuse, it's critical to comprehend your relationship was not your issue. You likewise need to advise yourself that it wasn't solid. Recalling these things, and uncovering the ways that your dad, mother, or collaborate with self-involved conduct abused you, can help you recuperate and continue on toward additional fulfilling, better connections. You are not the person in question but rather the overcomer of self-absorbed misuse. Affirmation. Remember that self-involved behavioral condition, NPD, doesn't just influence heartfelt connections. You may be involved with someone who has NPD in your family, in a fellowship, or in a heartfelt organization. Recognizing that you are in the relationship and have encountered self-centered gaslighting is the initial step you'll have to take. When you recognize this reality, you can start to acknowledge that what you encountered was, as a matter of fact, psychological mistreatment. That implies you can start to relinquish the fault you may be putting on yourself. Forswearing is a type of self-security, and it's impeccably considered common that you could oppose affirmation about the relationship before all else. All things considered, you truly do have to embrace the situation so you can mend. Put down stopping points. Whenever you found a sense of peace with the way that the relationship was undesirable, you're prepared to make the following strides in figuring out how to recuperate from self-centered misuse. Defining sound relationship limits is a critical quality here. Begin with no contact, if conceivable. Ordinarily, defining firm limits and removing contact is suggested toward the termination of any harmful friendship. Remember that the no contact rule goes the two different ways. Right away, it very well may be difficult for you to define that limit and stick to it. A piece of a self-absorbed relationship remembers commitments of progress and highs for the relationship that you may be enticed to attempt to recover. Limits can assist you with opposing returning. On the off chance that removing all contact is preposterous, perhaps kids are essential for the situation, or a nearby self-involved relative you'll in any case periodically have contact with. Defining firm limits about what's satisfactory for you is significant. Recall to educate them regarding the limit, however to likewise tell them what the outcome will be in the event that they can't regard it. For instance, you could tell them I'll see you during this time/occasion, however on the off chance that you can't regard my desires, remind them of the limits you set. Be explicit. Whether you're defining limits with guardians, a companion, or accomplice, it's vital to be explicit about what limits you think about fundamental. This could incorporate demanding they share no private data about you with any other individual. It very well may be something like they can reach you by means of an email address you set up only for their correspondence. It is possible that they can't holler at you or speak condescendingly to you. Your limits are yours. You reserve each option to set them and be firm about them. Working with a specialist, you can start to distinguish the justifications for why you acknowledge misuse. Fabricate adapting abilities to assist you with exploring oppressive connections. Fight the temptation to stay in touch with someone who's harmful. Become transparent with others in your life about the maltreatment you've encountered. Sort out whether or not side effects of tension, despondency, or another emotional wellness condition may be becoming an integral factor. Manage and defeat any considerations you may be having about self-damage or self-destruction. Practice self-sympathy. Self-sympathy can be instrumental in figuring out how to mend from egotistical maltreatment. You could observe that your most memorable response is at fault yourself. It might require some investment for you to quit studying your own ways of behaving that added to the relationship. Remind yourself that how somebody treats you isn't your issue. Reward yourself for at long last reaching a point where you can mend and escape what is happening. Perceive the signs you're mending from egotistical maltreatment as you see them. Most importantly, be glad for how far you've come. At some point, you'll observe that you're ready to pardon yourself as opposed to making a decision about yourself for the past. It could assist with making a few mantras to utilize when you begin to feel down. Recollecting that you're solid, that you merit love, and that you are courageous for escaping the relationship, can all assist you with mending. Show restraint. Indeed, even all that connections can be troublesome on occasion. While you're recuperating from a relationship that included self-absorbed misuse, things can significantly more test. Show restraint toward yourself and show restraint toward the mending system. Over the long haul, you'll find you can begin to relinquish the relationship and push ahead. In the long run, you'll reach a point where you accept that you merit solid and positive connections in your day-to-day existence. Persistence will be key in your recuperation. Practice taking care of oneself. Dealing with yourself can be valuable in numerous ways. It's consistently vital to rehearse taking care of oneself, however, particularly while you're recuperating from self-involved misuse, it is fundamental for be thoughtful to yourself. Taking care of oneself is doing things that assist you with meeting your own physical and profound requirements. Our brain and body are associated, so dealing with the two aspects of your life can assist you with feeling more grounded, bolder, better, and more prepared to take on the world. You could zero in on focusing on your anxiety, getting sufficient rest, practicing good eating habits, carving out opportunity to do things you appreciate, associating or reconnecting with individuals in your day-to-day existence who are positive, getting actual work in your day, utilizing the adapting abilities you master in treatment to assist you with dealing with your connections, rehearsing care, yoga, or other unwinding procedures. Rest on help from friends and family. There may not be some other time in your life where you really want more help from your friends and family than while you're escaping a poisonous or self-centered relationship. Focusing on the maltreatment and requesting assist with can not exclusively be great for your recuperating, it can likewise assist you with starting to restore trust in others. The mending system can be desolate, yet individuals in your day-to-day existence who love you and need to help you can give you the sympathy you've been deficient. Divert you. Keep you occupied on particularly troublesome days. Approve your aggravation. Persistently advise you that this isn't your issue. On the off chance that you don't have anybody in your life who can offer the help you want, consider contacting a care group where you can be with similar individuals who comprehend what you've gone through and where you're at this moment. Any type of maltreatment in your life is unsuitable. You should be encircled by cherishing, positive, supporting individuals. On the off chance that you've as of late escaped a harmful relationship, finding signs you're recuperating from egotistical maltreatment can be one way you inspire yourself to continue onward. From getting proficient assistance, to resting on your friends and family, to zeroing in on taking care of oneself. You currently have the devices you really want to recuperate, and that is a very decent spot for you to be.